Good morning, y'all, or I guess I should say good afternoon, because it's probably closer to 4 o'clock now. I wake up pretty late. But yeah, this is a smoke session 2. I'm going to try to do these daily, but, you know, got a bad habit of keeping habits, so, or bad habit of not keeping habits. Same thing as yesterday, rolled myself a little spliff, half tobacco, half weed. I think I used Marlboro Red, but it's just crumbled up in a little baggie. So it could have been some cigar smoke stuff too. Pretty nice flavor. My last video I showed off my hat, but recently, well I guess I should say last night, I sewed a liner into it. I just chopped up an old bandana and around the bottom of the, well, between the brim and the hat itself, I stitched on green bandana. It was all wore out, it had holes around the edges and all kinds of other stuff, so I figured, you know what? This thing's past its date anyway. So I chopped it up, threw it in my hat, and I think I'm all the better for it. And I got a little hanky now. A little something I can wipe my face with while it's raining. So yeah, I'm doing pretty well, I think. I'm having a pretty good few days here. I ain't really got a whole lot to talk about. I'll be honest. You might notice I'm in a different place. It's much colder outside and a lot windier. And raining. I'm sure here in a second you'll hear it. I'm under a tin roof right now in my attic. It should start picking up again soon. It was coming down earlier when I was getting everything all set up. Everything set up meaning like moving everything around in here that could sit and get it looking orderly and everything like that. But after I posted my first video, I showed my channel, and well, as much a channel as there is, I showed it to a few of my friends, and I'm not sure what I expected. It wasn't that I thought they'd be anything less than supportive, but I don't know. It just gave me some kind of... Everyone was very supportive when I showed them, and I'm very grateful for that. So thank you for those of you that I actually know in person that are watching right now. Don't say my name, but leave a comment and say hi, how you doing? Maybe give me some engagement. Maybe you'll see me grow a bit. I think that'd be nice. I'd appreciate it. This attic, I'm not actually supposed to be sitting in it right now. In fact, nobody is supposed to be able to. We did a lot of work to it. Me, my landlord, and my roommates, we got this floor installed. You can see that I'm sitting on the shop vac here. Well, maybe you can't, but sitting on the shop vac. And, you know, we've been insulating it and putting flooring in, moving the rafters around so that we can get the floor to the right height, because it used to be 4 feet. This is where the floor used to sit, so we sit with we punch down like this over top of it and do as much work as we could, and then we moved that, and now we've got all this stuff ready to put walls up and everything. But I've been living here about 1.5 years, and we've been working on it that long. For anyone in construction, you know that's probably a little too long to be working on a bedroom. But that's because we're not construction workers. It's a 50-year-old man who owns this house, 50 or something close around there. And then 3 teenagers with either full-time jobs or in college. Both my roommates are in college. I'm not, but I used to be working full-time before I totaled my car. I was a delivery driver. But these days, you know, I'm not really doing a whole lot, I guess, ever since I crashed it. And I'm just waiting on that insurance payout. It's supposed to be, my car, I paid cash for it. I won't say how much in case somebody does happen to find this video that knows that and all this other stuff. But I'm supposed to be getting about 3 times as much out of it that I paid for it, because I was on a liability insurance and all this other stuff, and I'm still on my parents because I'm young enough to be. Luckily, thankfully, by the grace of God. But yeah, we just been turning this attic into a bedroom and putting some work into it. But like I said, I'm waiting on this insurance money, and as soon as I do, I'm out of town. I'm so excited to hit the road and take y'all along with me. I don't know where I should go first, though. If I should go west, south, or north. Can't really go too far east. I'm on the southeast coast, and I could go south, being Texas or Florida, but I'm a little further north than those borders, of course, but I want to take a far trip. You know, I want to go some hour away. I want to go maybe cross country. So leave me a comment. Tell me what you think where I ought to go next, or something. I don't know. Tell me it's a bad idea to leave. Yeah, I'm tired of this town, though, and everything that I've done in it. I'm not a bad man, I don't think, but I've made some bad choices. And I took too long to rectify them. Because it's such a small town, everyone knows each other. Everyone's got sides. So I've got my close friends, and people that I've hurt have got their close friends. And, you know, we don't get along so well no more. Or at least we don't talk. So I need to get out there and meet some new people, and best way to do that is to go somewhere new, where everybody's new people. Nonetheless, I've always wanted to be on the road, so worst case scenario, I hit the road, I'm still lonely, and I figure that out on the road, and then I'm happy on the road, you know what I mean? I can't wait. I think the rain's starting again. A little bit. It's cold, man. I mean, I know it's about time for it. It's been warm up through October. We were having, well, you know how it goes, it fluctuates. It was, first couple weeks of October were real hot, and then the nights got cold, and eventually it got where it was 40-degree days and 30-degree nights for some reason, and then next week it's back to 70 degrees and 50, and then comes right back around to how it is now, all rainy and cold for a week and a half, and no sun shining, no walking anywhere, unless you don't mind getting wet like I don't. Everywhere's all muddy. Cars don't really care about pedestrians so much because of the rain, because they know that everyone out there don't care. My town's pretty good about that, actually, but that's a good thing about living in a small town that I think I might miss, is that everyone is real kind, whether they know you or not. And that's off first impressions, but as soon as they get to know you, as soon as they learn that you're like me, I assume you're like me if you're watching my videos, as soon as they get to know that you're like me, you're kind of an outcast. And I think I have a pretty easy time with that, because I have such a pleasant demeanor that I can just go out and meet new people, and I can fill that void that people leave me with. But with such a small town, you stop finding people to meet, and you get burnt out trying to meet those people. But if you don't go out and meet those people, then it's kind of too much time to yourself, too much alone time, and you can't really heal that burnout. Which is why I'm so thankful to my roommates. I moved in with my best friends out of high school. Well, one of them I didn't really know so well, but as I got to know them, we were really close and good buddies. I won't say their names in case they don't want me to, but I'll talk to them after this video, and if they're alright with it, I'll introduce them maybe. But one of them, my senior year, last semester I took a weightlifting class, because up until that point I was, like I said in my last video, I was real wimpy. not that there's anything wrong with being a hippie, and there are some people that are better for that. There are people that changed from a lifestyle that I'm living where you have to stand up to people because they did it too much and they had to turn around. And those people that moved on to peace, I'm very proud of those people. And there's no shame in being a hippie, but that wasn't for me. And I started out that way. I took the wrong extreme off the bat. Well, maybe it wasn't the wrong extreme. Anyway, for me, it was the wrong extreme. Or maybe it made me a better person. But you get the idea. I made up my mind right before I graduated high school, right at the end of that development stage, that I wanted to get bigger and be able to hold my own and defend the people that needed it, if they needed it. And so I took that weightlifting class, and in that weightlifting class I met, I won't say his name, I met my buddy. And he, we were both pretty quiet at first because it wasn't a big school. Well, it was a pretty big school for a small area because we had a lot of people moving in. It's a small town that's getting real big. We were both pretty quiet at the start, and after that, we both realized that both of us smoked. I would hit my cart in the bathroom, and he would do the same. Because even when I was a hippie, I started smoking when I was 16. And I think that's a whole different story. I'll probably tell that one next time, how I got started. But we both started smoking together. One day I didn't have a cart, so I asked him if I could hit his, and same thing with him. And then we'd hotbox a bathroom stall or just the bathroom itself because we smoked so much that it worked. And it was early enough that no one ever really came into the bathroom, so we never got caught, except a couple times. But throughout weightlifting, one day I invited him over to my house, and we smoked there, and then we'd smoke after school, and we'd smoke at his house, smoke at my house, we'd smoke every other day. And in that time, we'd run around town, we'd go bowling, we'd shoot pool, and that's pretty much all there is to do here as far as activities and going out and having fun, unless you're wanting to spend like $50-something odd, and that just wasn't realistic for a high school student, especially not working at the Subway. And but we both skateboarded too. I've got a tattoo here. This is a Baker board. I got this the day I turned 18, and it was a board that he gave me. I had a cruiser board before that. It was a little penny board, and I don't have it anymore. Anyhow, he gave me that board, and that was my first big board. It was my first popsicle board, and something standard, and anything that was wider than 12 inches. I'd never had anything bigger than a penny board. I'd always cruised around streets and stuff. Or I had a ripstick too back in the day, but I lived out in back roads, and there was a lot of gravel, so I never really got too far, and I've always had a leg problem, so, but I only recently found out about it. Yeah, that's another story. I'll tell you that one some other time. But we skated around, and we'd smoke in these places we weren't supposed to, and we'd graffiti. I'll throw some pictures up on that. And we'd I found this skate shop that does shows in the basement there, and they do these punk shows, and it's a pretty cool thing. I'm really fond of it. I still go, and those mosh pits are just something, man. I love it. You really find yourself, or when you do find yourself, you just know it, you know? And that's me. But yeah, he's probably my best friend. He is my best friend, I'm sure. I'm so grateful for him, my roommate, and the opportunity that I have to live with him. And I'm very thankful to God for giving me that opportunity. And very thankful to my other roommate and his dad, who owns the property, who gave us this opportunity to live here together. Like, I live with both of my best friends, and that's a fantastic thing, and I'm very grateful for this opportunity. But I do live in the living room, and I'm filming in my attic. So this whole thing's gone too far. But that's what happens when you smoke weed. But I really hope you've enjoyed my stories, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Yeah. I'm going to be posting a song today, too, so keep your eye out for that.